Right now is the best time to fix your credit because people are in Christmas mode.
Now these lates being recent, like recent lates, obviously Chase, Bank of America, those are going to be on all three, right?
Yep.
Experian, Equifax.
Yep. Most likely they will be.
Like how long more or less does it take to remove a recent late?
It really depends on the bank, the time of the year. So as of this recording, this is December, right before Christmas. Right now is the best time to fix your credit because people are in Christmas mode. They're on vacation. They're calling in sick. They don't want to be at work. So the Christmas time of the year, it's easier to get people's credit fixed. January is easy. Come April, May, it's going to get a lot harder because that's going into the home purchasing months. But so I've deleted bankruptcies in as little as 21 days. I've deleted late payments in as little as 72 hours. And then sometimes it's taken me 6-7 months to get something deleted.
How do you delete a bankruptcy?
It's the same way we get everything else deleted. The Fair Credit Report Act states that if the credit bureaus report an item on a credit report, they have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And most credit bureaus do not follow the rules when it comes to bankruptcies.
And what's the percentages of a mistake that the creditors made?
100%.
Really?
100% of all credit reports have mistakes. 100%. My credit report has mistakes on it. Here's a great example. Your credit card. So we were talking about Danny's Bank of America credit card.
Yeah.
How many numbers in his account number? It's 16.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a Visa, it starts with a 4. If it's a MasterCard, it starts with a 5. American Express starts with a 3. Okay, these are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
American Express has 15 digits in an account number. Visa, MasterCard, and Discover have 16 digits.
Yeah.
When you look at a credit report, and you've looked at thousands of credit reports, do you ever see a full 16-digit account number?
Never.
Never. Why? Because the banks say they don't want to put all that information on there. The Fair Credit Report Act says if you report, it has to have an accurate, verifiable account number, not the last 4. But what you see on a credit report is almost always the last 4 or 5 digits, or the beginning 4.
Yeah.
Capital One, there's millions of Capital One credit cards out there. They all start with 4147. Millions of them. Mm-hmm. So can you see how millions of credit cards can get merged? And 77% of all identity theft that our government says is the fastest growing crime in America, 77% is because the credit bureaus merge someone else's files together because it's a portion of the number. So how do we get it deleted? It doesn't have the full 16-digit account number. If it doesn't have the 16-digit account number, they can't legally report it.
Yeah.
They can't legally report it. They can't legally leave the late payment on there. And so what we do is we will ask them, why are you not reporting the full account number? If you can't report the full account number, how can I trust you the late payment's correct? I don't think it is. Please fix the late payment or delete the account. So those delete it. If they don't, you now have a legal right to sue that bank. So what's easier? Delete it or now deal with the lawsuit?
Yeah. And I'm sure if this is not the case, there's a bunch of other mistakes.
There's hundreds of laws.
Yeah.
Hundreds of other things we're looking at. Dates open. Next time you look at a credit report, look across the board. Equifax will have one open date. Experian TransUnion will have a completely different date. Equifax will say one balance. Experian TransUnion will say something completely different. They'll have everything's different on them. And what people don't realize is the credit bureaus are in competition with each other. It's like Ford, General Motors, and Dodge. Mm-hmm. Those are the big 3 car manufacturers in America. We got Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. They are competing against each other. They're trying to take market share from each other. And whatever they can do to save money and make more money, they're going to do it, including cutting corners on how they report.
Wow.
So that's how we can get stuff deleted, like bankruptcies.
So let's say if you have a Bank of America card and you have a 30-day late and you remove it.
Yep.
Now, is Bank of America internally still going to have that 30-day late on their record, or is it, and it just comes off like?
Correct.
Yeah.
Bank of America will still have that 30-day late record on theirs, as will the credit bureaus. It's just it will not be on your consumer disclosure, otherwise known as a credit report. Okay, it won't be on the credit report, so your potential creditors, your future creditors can't see it.
Got it.
Bank of America knows it's there. It's kind of like a car. If you go get a little fender bender and you don't tell the insurance company and you pay cash to fix it, you know,
Got it.
auto body shop knows, insurance company doesn't, Carfax doesn't know, but it still exists. And when you look at the car, it looks clean for the potential buyer, but you know that you had a little snafu in the bumper.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's how the credit reports work.
Kind of like if you cheat on your girl and then she just stays quiet and doesn't say anything.
Yeah. She knows. And the dude you cheated on with knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, it's kind of like that. They know, but no, the future doesn't.
Now,
future creditors.
Now, what's easier to take off, old stuff or new stuff? Or is it the same?
Well, most of the time, to answer that question, is going to be old stuff, more than 6 months old. But that's not always the case. Generally, it's old stuff. And it could be, the other thing is a lot of these credit card companies, they make so much money. I mean, we run hundreds of thousands of dollars a year through our credit card. If I had a late payment because something happened, and I'm running hundreds of thousands of dollars a month through a credit card, and I could call up American Express and say, look, I know I was late. Can you just remove the late payment? They're going to say, well, according to the Fair Credit Report Act, we got to report accurate information, blah, blah, blah. And I'll say, I know you got to report it accurately, but there's no law that says you have to report it. So could you just like remove the data? And that's why you'll see no data or ND on these credit reports, no data that month, or it'll be blank. That's what happened. They missed a payment. They called up and they removed the data. They're not reporting it was paid, and they're not reporting it was late.
Yeah.
So sometimes that happens on the new stuff if you have a good relationship with your credit card company. And then on the old stuff, let's say it's a collection company and it's been sold 3-4 times. It's like your car driven, your prostitutes. You've used it over and over and over again. And nobody knows who owns that prostitute anymore.
Yeah.
And so it makes it difficult to get it removed. But there's nothing on a credit report that can't be removed. Nothing.
Yeah.
If it's placed on the credit report, it can be taken off the credit report. You know, if you put your shirt on, you can take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Right? Eventually, it will fall off on its own. So if you put a shirt on and you never take it off, as in the credit report, after 7 years, it'll wear out and it'll fall off.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how it works with credit reporting. If they put it on, they can take it off. It's just whether you can force them to.